if you just drive around and look for pallets and then call the people, because a lot of businesses, they sell pallets or they have certain people that pick them up. So you might just out of respect just call that business or go inside and ask them if they want to get rid of their pallets. But most of the time I've noticed if it's out there by the garbage can or by the dumpster. But yeah, if you go on Facebook Marketplace, you can find people that give away pallets for free all the time. A lot of people are selling them. Don't pay for pallets. There's so many free pallets everywhere. So it's definitely worth just looking around, get them for free. Roll this up later. But this is one load that I got this morning. So maybe an hour to get. And this might be enough pallets to do probably half a wall that I want to do. Guys, here's a way to roll up this little bonus feature, to roll up your ratchet straps so they don't make a mess when you throw them in the back of your truck or trailer or whatever. You just keep rolling them up like this. A lot of times I'd roll them up, then I go to get them and they're always a mess and make me mad. Leave about 2 foot of tail left and then wrap them around like this. Use the tail end, whether it has the hook on it or it's the other one. You wrap it like that, it will never make a mess in the back of your toolbox or truck again. Alright, so now you get your Sawzall, and I got my new blade in there. The best blade I found is the Diablo. It's a bimetal blade, 5 times light. It's a 9-inch flush cut, nail embedded wood and metal. These things last. I've tried the Milwaukee blades. I tried all of them. The Diablo blade has been the best so far. All right, all you got to do, take a Sawzall, come under here, and just start cutting. See, if you with the thin blade, you can sit there and run around. You don't want to cut through the wood. A lot of these pallets are loose. Shoot, this right here, and you got nails in it. You just want to go through and cut the nails off, and they pop right off. And once again, guys, make sure you wear your PPE, safety glasses, especially cutting these nails. Just get your wood. Now, what I do, all the ones that are the same width, I keep those together. And shoot, this one has a bunch of different widths on it. And I found out one thing across the wall is 5 planks. So it takes 5 planks to go all the way across the wall. Got these. Those are close enough. All right. Then bring them over here. And I'll set them up here. Guys, another easy way of doing this, take your skill saw and cut right next to the 2x4. Then take Sawzall. Cut it right down the center. Saves your Sawzall blades. And it's a lot quicker. Oops. I'm going to use the whole board. They only have to be 32 inches long because I'm putting studs up 16 inch on center, which I'll show y'all here in a little bit. So as long as I'm over 32 inches, I'm going to cut all these down in a minute. You can see what there will be for installation. Like I said, whatever is the quickest and easiest way, do it. Work smarter, not harder. I have all my boards stacked up over here. Well, some of them, not all of them, but for now, take a break. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut these boards down to 32 inches. Now I want my center nails that were in the pallet in the center of my board, so it kind of looks kind of aesthetically better whenever you put it up on the wall. Y'all see you later. So what I did on my little jig here, I have 16 inches marked right here from my cut mark. Marked a little line there. So I'm gonna take my nails, put on that 16 inches, cut it, slide over to my stop over here, which I have a stop for, should be 32 inches. Throw that over there. Now, my board is 32 inches with my nails in the center. Now, if you keep them all the same width, like I was saying before, in stacks of 5, that'll go all the way across my one wall I'm doing right now. Keep them in stacks of 5 and do a whole row. It makes it so much easier for the same width of boards, so it's not all staggering, teeter-tottering and stuff. Well, hey, honey.
Would you like some help?
I would love it. Give me 1 second. I would love some help. Guys, this is my wife, Lindy.
You need a lot of help. I don't know if I can help.
Oh, I don't want to hear that crap. All right, come here, babe. I will hear. Number 1, safety first. Clean my sweat off these. Put your safety glasses on. Safety first, guys. Once you lose an eye, you can't get it back. I will hand you the wood and show you what I'm doing real quick. I'm gonna explain to her, guys, what I'm doing. Take your center nails, put it on my mark I have on my board. Cut this end, throw it in the trash, slide this over to this black stop right here, cut the other end. It should be 32 inches. I'll hand them to you, you can hand them back to me, and we'll get this done quick. Put your nails on the mark, flush against the fence. Good job, good job. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Here you go. It's always nice to have help, especially good looking help. This is my fault. I started doing this the other day and didn't start recording. I'm like, crap, I should have recorded all of this. I've already started this wall over here, but it's not that big of a deal. I stopped on it and went ahead and started this wall. Then this morning I'm like, shoot, I ain't recording. What I've done is, this is an existing shop that just had crappy walls on it. It's just corrugated tin on the backside, and it's all creosote post. It's an old barn that's been here when I bought the property, so I'm just kind of fancy it up a little bit. What I started today is, these 4x4s are already here. So I come off of here, 16-inch center, 16-inch center, 16-inch center here, and then I took a 2x4 here and just nailed it to this creosote post. But that way, whenever I cut my boards, because I cut them at 32 inches, that gives you your 16-inch center, that it'll all line up perfectly for doing the pallet boards. So I'm going to go and show y'all on this side over here how I attach the 2x4s to the existing wall. It's nothing special. I got my laser line, what I marked 16-inch on the edge here, 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 and here for my studs to go up. So now I am going to take my wood blocks that I have here, stick right on my line, because the edge of my stud is going to be on the left of that line. Get my block in there, shoot a nail, shoot a couple nails in it. Go ahead and put one at the bottom. Shoot one down. Got my safety squints on, guys. These nail guns. This is the 21-degree nailer, and it does shoot a little plastic on it. Go ahead. This is how you put the studs in, guys. Ain't nothing to it. Out of nails. Out of nails. One down. Alright guys, that's it. As far as your studs, you continue to run that all the way down on 16-inch centers. So I'm utilizing the original 4x4 here. Let's go center, 16, 32, and continue all the way down. And then when I get at the end, I will put, like I did down there at the end, I'll put a, I forget what they call it, a dead board or whatever, just a board against here, against this post. That way I have something to nail the ends to make sure they're stable. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish running these down, and then we'll do the electrical, and then we will start going to town with the boards on the side. All right, I have my height over here, which should be 48 inches off the ground. Yes, right at 48 inches. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark my height to continue over for a reset there. And then I think I did about 3 foot apart, yeah. So 1, 2, you know what? The closer the better. Closer the better, 48 inches. 48. All right, so there is for all my boxes. So now let's go ahead and get them installed. Dang sure ain't left-handed. This box here is gonna go off this old circuit that I pulled out. And then these 4 here are gonna be on a dedicated circuit. Like I have 4 on this wall over here that is a dedicated circuit. That way I'll have 2 circuits over here for anything you need. You know, for it's gonna be a 20 amp circuit. You can pretty much pull anything you want off of it at a time. I won't be doing more than one thing at a time, so this should be plenty. So I'll go ahead and run the wires, and got my 12-2. I'll just take this wire here, throw it out here out of the way, and I will run it to the panel later. All right, it's good to go. Ready to go ahead and start putting my things up. I ran my laser even with the bottom of this board all the way around, and that'll bring me right up to my boxes. And I'm gonna do something different on this wall, which y'all see here in a little bit. I have some old corrugated tin that I had taken off a shed a long time ago. I'm gonna use for the bottom. I wish I would have done that on this side. It would have saved me a lot of pallet boards because I got enough to go around. But I'm gonna go ahead, because I'm gonna have a bench up here and have a bunch of other stuff here that'll be against the wall, so you really won't be able to hit the wall or nothing. It'll be kind of protected. So I'm gonna run corrugated tin all the way up to here, and then here up's gonna be pallet boards. So let's go ahead and start putting this stuff in. Let's go, we'll start on this board here. Actually, you know what, let me start here, and let's see, go to that one, this one here. All right, come down just a little bit. Center on my stud. All right, there is my starting row. Pretty close. So one thing about these pallet boards, they don't have to be perfect. That's the whole purpose of this, is doing like a nostalgic look, I guess you could say. So kind of rustic. So like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a couple rows of this. Then I'm gonna stop and I'll time lapse this, and then we will go ahead and I'll see what I gotta do to put the tin in the bottom. I haven't done this before, the tin, so we'll see. We will see what happens with it. So here we go. Taking scrap wood right here, which I already did this one, wherever my board's coming and there's nothing behind it to support it because of the box. Like we have one right here, it's like flopping around. Taking a piece of scrap wood and putting behind it. Oh my gosh. And putting behind it. Make sure you don't have your finger back there. And it gives something to support the board. So now when my next board comes across here, it'll all tie together. So I like to do every now and then, I'll throw the laser line on it just to make sure I'm staying level, which over here it looks like I'm a little high on this end. So I'll kind of fudge it a little bit to make sure it's level, but said it doesn't have to be perfect because this is like a rustic look. It's not straight, just as long as it's not all cattywampus and, you know, 45-degree angle and all that mess. So that's what I'm just doing here. All right, what I did here is I went ahead and put some blocking up in between the studs, and also I put a block at the bottom just to support the tin. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the tin all the way across, secure it as best as I can, and try to nail it with my nail gun. I don't want to put screws in it, so I'm going to try nails. And then I will go back and put trim board at the top and bottom to cover the unsightly edge. And we will be good to go with the bottom, and then just got to finish going up and then finish that side and build my bench. Well, guys, there you have it. I went ahead and trimmed it. Got to trim at the top and the bottom just to kind of finish it up a little bit. Not too shabby. So now that's done. All I got to do is finish the top up there, finish that top, and these two walls will be done. Like I said, go ahead. I'm gonna build me a bench across here. Things all crooked. I'm gonna build me a bench all the way here and around. Be able to set some of my machines up, some of my equipment stuff, make it a lot easier to use in here. A little bit more organized because it is a mess in here. Well, here's the final product. I didn't film finishing the rest of it, but it's all the same. Goes just keep going to the top. I'll put my laser on it every now and then just to make sure it's level, semi-level, and that's it. I got my, almost like a wainscot, the recycled corrugated metal that I had. It's all repurposed and stuff. So that, the old pallet wood. I went ahead and built me some benches too. I didn't film, I should have filmed that, but I got some heavy duty benches. They are 2x8s, double. So you got 2 thicknesses. They're all glued and screwed. So this is gonna be my little work section of my shop. Be able to do some YouTube filming and reviews and all that stuff right here, working on stuff and everything. So I'm pretty excited. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. If you got any questions, just leave a comment below and I'll try to answer it as best as I can or explain something or whatever. I got a lot more stuff that's coming up. I got a lot of stuff to put on my benches. Gonna do some reviews on coming up. So, well guys, hope you enjoyed. Y'all have a good day.